Tēnā tātou, nau mai, haere mai ki After Bedtime Yoga. Welcome to your After Bedtime Yoga practice. For our class today, I have been, and I still am, mawīwi, a little bit sick. I have been coughing, and what happens when we cough? All of this, rib cage, chest, tightens and comes forward as each cough is this little muscle contraction. So today we are going to work to open all of that back up again. I have 2 blankets here, and that is what we will need for our practice today. We're going to start sitting against the bed in your comfortable position, as we always do. Softening the shoulders, closing down the eyes. And just start to notice where the breath is. Where maybe there are some lines of tension. Just take this moment to drop into your body and how it's feeling. Fully in, fully out. And opening our practice, our connection to self with karakia. Nei te ni, nei te nā, nei te aro ki te hao te tangata. Ara takina te ara ki runga, ki raro, ki roto, ki waho. Haumi hui tai ki. Here we are to focus on our light, the essence of breath, and may that guide us in our practice. Take a big breath in, full breath out. Then we can stay against the bed for this one, just slightly lifting the chest, the back up and off the bed, bringing the elbows and the forearms to connect in front of us about at shoulders height. But wherever you can manage is perfect. As you inhale, puff the chest through, try to bring the elbows back towards the bed, and then once, if they do touch, try to slightly spin the backs of the hands down, the elbows almost rotate up, pulling the chest forward and uplift the chin. Exhale, bringing the palms, the elbows back together, rounding through the upper back, tucking the chin down. Good, open up, big breath. Exhale, round. Move through that 3 more times. Finding a little more openness across the chest with each inhale. And then gently letting that go, we'll turn around and face the bed now. Bringing the elbows, the hands and the forehead all down onto the bed, kneeling with the knees. You can always bring your blankets underneath your knees if you're practicing on a hard floor to soften and cushion it. And then walk the legs back as far as feels good here, wherever it's comfortable. Let the chest fall down and through. Let the tailbone flick up, just opening in through that front line, through the belly, all the way up through the chest, the lats. Add a gentle sway of the hips side to side. And then soften to stay. Breathe. Me whai ha. There's nothing else required of you here. The posture is here for you, so don't push. If this feels like too much, walk the knees in more. Less of a back bend. Just find a gentle approach here. staying for about 5 more breaths. If your body is looking for more sensation today, you can wiggle away a little bit further from the bed. So maybe just the hands and the wrists on, the head is falling through, and the chest can fall through that gateway of the shoulders a little bit more. Oh, it finally feels like I can catch a bit of a fuller breath. It's been a long, long week in our household. This is a beautiful practice to come back to whenever you've been sick, especially if it's affecting your breathing, if it's affecting the nose, the throat, the chest. Come back to this practice, especially when you feel like you're on the up. Reopen all of those pathways in your body again. At the end of your next exhale with control, press into the hands, a gentle tuck of the tailbone, a pull in of the rib cage to come all the way back up. Beautiful job. We're going to come into a side laying posture now using our blankets. We'll start on the right hand side. So you're going to face sideways to your blankets. One blanket is going to be going underneath the head as we lay down on our side. The other blanket is going to go under the rib cage. So the rib cage blanket, we want to roll into this nice big cylinder. The bigger the cylinder is, the more sensation, the more intensity. The smaller it is, the less sensation. So adjust as you need to here. We're going to lay down over top of the blanket, making sure that the blanket is again in that rib cage hard area, not in the side of the waist. Really important. Laying over it, the bottom arm is going to reach out and forward, and then the head is going to land down on the blanket. You can make the blanket under the head higher by adding more folds. Just adjust to where feels comfortable for you. Knees stay bent. Your top arm is either going to reach to meet your bottom arm, or if you feel like you have more space today, you're going to be reaching the top arm long and overhead. But it also depends on your area. If you can't bring the arm to straight, you can always bend the elbow and walk the fingertips in behind you. That is going to have that same opening effect for you. Find your space. Adjust as you need to. Feel the bottom of your rib cage heavy on the underside blanket. Breathe deeply. Feel the left hand side of your rib cage opening, expanding, lifting up. If you'd like a little more sensation here, instead of landing the top leg on top of the bottom leg, you're going to gently lift the top leg. So keep it bent, but slide it back behind you. So your knee comes just in to the groove of the bottom leg foot. A few more breaths here. And very gently now, we're going to roll to the other side, but take a pit stop in the middle. So gently roll onto your back. So the cylinder is now right underneath the rib cage. bring the arms either out wide or into this angel arm shape. Feel the lift of the rib cage, this opening, especially through that area just beneath the rib cage where the diaphragm lands. A few deep breaths here. Really find the heaviness in your back. Don't brace against the blanket. Don't try to press your hips into the floor to get a bigger arch. Let the body melt over the props beneath you. Find that softness. Take one more breath. And then roll all the way over to come into our walrus on the left hand side. I'm going to lift up and change directions, so I'm still facing the camera, but you can simply roll over. Make any adjustments you need to. Reorganize yourself and your space. And you don't need a big space for this. You make do with what you have. Simply adjust your body. Making sure that, again, it's the rib cage landing on the side of the blanket, not the side waist. Top arm either goes to meet the bottom arm. Reach it long overhead. You can see I'm limited in space here, so bending the elbow is actually really nice, and then that gently rests on top of my head and towards the bed. Heaviness in the rib cage. Breath into the top side. Feel each of the ribs gently flare and lift with each inhale you take. Can you slow down your breathing? Just be in the breath. Take one more in. Long and slow out. The arm is above here, gently bringing it back down. We're going to slowly lift up into a seat, moving like you're going through honey. taking whatever you need here, whether that's stillness, movement. Maybe you're like me and need to bring your blankets back to some semblance of order. And then from here, we are actually going to hop up onto our bed with our head on our back, our head gently over this edge of the bed. So we're only going as far as the head still feels supported, but we need to open through the front of the throat. Even if you haven't been sick, opening through this front of the throat is so important because we're always looking down. Everything is down in front of us, phones, computers, housework, gardening, whatever it is. So we're going to make our way up onto the bed. Just a gentle spin around, and then you're just going to start slowly. So make sure the head feels supported, and then if you feel comfortable, you can wiggle back a little further. Just find a place, make sure there is still some support wherever you are. And then take each hand to each side of the ribcage. As you inhale, breathe into the hands, feel the ribcage pushing them out wider. Exhale, soften down. Oh, that already feels so much better for me. Inhale, open. Exhale, soften. Keep breathing. Although we're breathing to fullness, can you keep it soft? Keep the energy feeling quiet in the body. Fully in. And fully out. Staying here, breathing, finding this softness, this fullness, this openness of breath for as long as it serves you today. But this is where I will leave you. Mai tōku manawa ki tōu manawa, from my heart all the way to yours. E tāne ka whakiirihia, haumie huie, tai kie. Kia au te moe. Have a beautiful sleep.